Free oil changes following 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. If you're looking for an incredible deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle from the dealer who has always put you first, stop the search. Call the all-new Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear. This is Sammy Dixon saying thank you. Thank you very much for your business.
Are you thinking of selling your home or business? Hi, I'm Gloria, and as a realtor, I know that getting rid of the clutter in your home is one of the best ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
The cool, clean, and secure.
WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. We were just talking about a subject here before we're on the air that just gets me riled up sometimes. It's people thinking that everything that you read on social media is 100% fact. More than likely, it's the opposite a lot of times. So just because something's on Facebook or Snapchat or any of that other stuff they have out there for social media, because I don't have any of it, anybody can put anything on there they want. And so just be careful of that. Well, good morning, everyone. Butch Hubbard here with you on WIFO FM in Jessup, 105.5 FM in Jessup. Big Dog Country Radio, 57 degrees here in Southeast Georgia, getting up to around 84 today. A beautiful spring day, high today of 84. The Omaha River level is at 7.1 feet and rising. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out on the Waycross Highway, and by Parker Insurance on Realty, located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup. Well, Bob, we got a couple of special guests in here this morning from the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce.
Talking legacy dinner set for Thursday, July 14th, but preparations underway, and also the nominations are due in the Chamber Office by 5 p.m. Monday, June 13th, if you want to nominate someone for one of the awards. But we got Executive Director Christy Carter with the Chamber in and Jim Poindexter with the Chamber in, so we'll turn it over to Christy and let her tell us all the important information. Good to see you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Butch and Bob, for allowing us to be on. Good morning, for allowing us to be. I'm doing great.
You're doing great.
As my granddaddy used to say, finer than frog hair.
Good.
That's pretty fine.
That's pretty fine right there.
Hey, we've got a couple of awards that we're seeking nominations, and the first one is the Distinguished Service Award. And the criteria for this one is civic activities, business involvement, general reputation, contribution to the community, and like Bob said, it's going to be all the nominations will no later than Monday, June 13th. So if you know of somebody for the Distinguished Service Award, please see the Chamber, contact us, and we'll get some nominees on there. By the way, all of these are strictly confidential, so all nominations will be held under lock and key till the actual legacy dinner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All the awards are very important, but the Distinguished Service Award is the one that kind of stands out there. It's the person who's given years and years and years of service to the community in various ways.
Yes. And second up, we have our Business Leader of the Year. And that one, some of the criteria for it is the nominee must have an outstanding reputation in the community.
Well, our staff goes.
Nominee must demonstrate and commit to serving the community and people of Wayne County. And nominee must also have donated resources such as time, talent, money, etc., to the community, VIA projects, clubs, etc.
Okay.
So that's another one up. So if you know a business leader here in our community, please nominate them and contact the Chamber, and we'll get that nominations in the stack.
Yep. And usually I know when we set the legacy dinner up, when I say we, several years ago, it used to be it used to be the annual banquet, and then it just became the Taste of Wayne, and everything was done there. And then a few years ago, the powers to be at the Chamber says, we need something that's special. So a committee was formed. I think, I can't remember who the chairman of the Chamber was, but John Riddle was the president at that time. And they formed a legacy committee, and it was folks that had been past chairman and had been very involved in the chamber for a long time was me and Vi Bennett. Many of them, many folks, if they were sitting around the table, they've been involved in the chamber and the community for a long time. And we put the legacy, actually we came up with the name Legacy, and put the whole thing together that year. And so this is the opportunity for us to honor folks there in a very special way. What subject we were on? My mind went off there. I started explaining the courtesy of, the history of the legacy dinner, and then forgot what subject we were on.
We were talking about the business leader of the year.
Oh, the business leader of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually the person, what we said then was the fact that it was what a person had done over the past 12 months, over the past year. Mm-hmm. Okay. Distinguished Service Award was someone who'd done years and years of service. The business leader award was who kind of stood out in the last 12 months as a business leader in the community. That's kind of how it's set. I don't know what the rules and regulations are on it now, but I know when we set the legacy committee up several years ago, that's who was outstanding this past year in business here in Wayne County.
In 2014, we had Joe, help me with his last name. I need to meet this guy. He's with our hospital. Erardi, yes.
Yeah, he's the chief bottle washer and bed changer out there at the hospital, okay? Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. The business must also have been in business for a minimum of 2 years, so that is part of one of the criteria. Mm-hmm. And next up, we have our Small Business of the Year. This is a very exciting one. Businesses must have been in business for a minimum of 2 years. They must project a positive image. The management, tools, and materials utilized to conduct the business shall represent quality, and the business dealings and reputations must be above reproach. So that's pretty high standards right there. And then the nominee must have an outstanding reputation in the community and demonstrate commitment to serving the community and people of Wayne County. And lastly, they must have donated resources and time, talent, money, etc. to the community, such as projects and clubs, etc. So last year we had Omaha Federal Credit Union was our Small Business of the Year.
Cool.
Yes.
Mighty fine businesses have been awarded that each year.
And I want to go back, if you'd let me, the Sure. Distinguished Service Award for 2015 was Edna Williamson.
That's right.
Yep.
Miss Dogwood Festival herself.
That's it. She has just been outstanding in this community and still is. She's still out there and she's still working behind the scenes on a lot of things out there.
All right. Jim Poindexter right there that you heard on the radio. And speaking of outstanding in their field, we also have another award for farmer, right?
Yes, we have the Excellence in Agricultural. So that's another award coming up. Yep. Yeah.
And all of these nomination forms and everything, you can find those. They're on the Chamber of Commerce website. You can download them. You can call Cheyenne at the Chamber office at 427-2028. She can email it to you.
Cheyenne's not there. Dakota will be there, or Utah, will they be there if Cheyenne's not there?
Yes.
Okay.
And so those are all there on the website.
Right.
You can download them. So tried to make it really easy for everybody to have access to that.
And the Chamber's website is?
WayneChamber.com.
WayneChamber.com.
Yep. And then lastly, we have the Ambassador of the Year, which is an exciting award. These ambassadors work super hard all year long with ribbon cuttings, grand openings, check-in. I mean, they're really the backbone of the chamber and helping with our retention program. So they will be choosing their own from all of our ambassadors. They'll be choosing their own Ambassador of the Year. Okay. So that's exciting.
Yeah. That was a good program that was out of the chamber many years ago, was those ambassadors.
Yes. And as Bob said a little while ago, this is our third annual Legacy Dinner. And it'll be held on July the 14th.
It's the 4th, Jim. It's the 4th, Jim. Yep. Let's not forget the 4th.
You didn't forget your glasses this morning. You forgot everything else, but you do have your glasses.
I do have my glasses. I did forget everything else. Sorry about that.
Okay.
It is the 4th annual Legacy Dinner. It's going to be on Thursday, July the 14th at Pine Forest Country Club. We held it there last year. It was terrific. They did a super job setting everything up. And and our volunteers and our sponsors, and they did a great job. So we're excited about having it there again, and hope to see everybody. The cost of the Legacy dinner it's $50 for chamber members. It's $75 for non-members
Per person.
But we also have sponsorships that are available for everybody, and we do need sponsors.
That's right. Need sponsors.
The first and foremost is the presenting sponsor. The presenting sponsor, it's $1,500 to be the presenting sponsor. But with that, you get 8 tickets. You get access to. We're able to include the presenting sponsor in all of our advertisements through through internet, through our print, through in the paper, our radio. I would love to have been able to announce who our presenting sponsor was this morning, but we've got a couple of agencies that are still looking at that possibility. Being the presenting sponsor, you are the premier sponsor. Then below that, we have gold level sponsors, which is $1,000. And that includes 6 tickets. Also, the business name and logo goes in our advertising. And then below that, you have the silver level, which is $500. And with that, you get 4 tickets. The bronze sponsor is $250. And with that, you get 2 tickets. So we're excited about this. We would, as soon as, if we can get the information in, the sooner we get the information about our sponsors, the more opportunities you have and the exposure you'll have.
That's right.
As we advertise.
Christy Carter in this morning, along with Jim Poindexter, talking about the upcoming Legacy Dinner, Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. And once again, the date on that is?
July the 14th. It's
Okay.
a Thursday night. It starts at 6:30 p.m. with a reception, and then the dinner and program will begin at 7.
Okay, and what is the country club cooking up? This year, have they set the menu yet?
We are working on that menu.
Working on the menu now.
Yeah, but last year was really good with the prime rib and the shrimp. I tell you, that was really
mighty fine.
It will be delicious. We promise you, it will be delicious.
It'll be delicious. So.
Liz and the staff out at the country club are working hard. They did a super job last year.
Okay.
And so excited about doing that again this year.
And this is also the time to pass the gavel. So we will be passing the gavel from Chairman Kent Fountain. We'll be passing it to Joy Butch Meeks. So
Okay.
we're excited about that. And, it's also our time to celebrate past successes and then, share with the leadership and the direction we're going in for the new year for 2016, 2017.
Okay, and for the couples out there to go together, it's a chance for the guys to put the old coat and tie on and for the ladies to get all dolled up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Last year was really good. We had Joey Darley and Annie, and they were out there and they took pictures of everybody as they came in, sort of like a red carpet.
Right, a red carpet
It
thing,
was really great, and they did a super job as well. So.
All right. Christy, anything else that you want to talk about the Legacy there?
We are just really excited. We're looking for that presenting sponsor and all the rest of the sponsors. So don't delay. Our deadline is June 13. It's a Monday.
Okay.
So don't delay. We want to give you extra exposure now. So
if these people want to go ahead and say, I want to be the presenting sponsor or other sponsors, they go ahead right off the bat, start getting publicity.
You bet.
Yes.
Give us a call, drop by the chamber, or look onto the website and download our forms.
Okay. Or you can call me personally at my cell phone at 294-5373. I'll bring it to you.
All right.
That's service.
Jim's motto is service. That's right.
One thing you need to stress, they talk about the awards all the time, and they talk about how they don't have a lot of if someone wants to make a nomination, how they go about making the nomination.
The nomination forms are on the website, but as I said, you can call the chamber and they can send you one. You just fill out the nomination form and send it back into the chamber or drop it off.
Yeah, you can stop by the chamber and pick up the nomination form, go on the site of waynechamber.com and print one out, or they will mail one to you if you want to use mail.
And we want to also share that I think at the float there at the Christmas parade, you will be publicized in the Wayne Chamber Business News, all of these recipients.
The winners,
And then
yeah.
also you will be one of the honorary grand marshals in the annual Christmas parade, which I'm super excited about
That's right.
being a part of this year, my first one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's always an exciting time, the Christmas parade every year. But the winners, the recipients of these awards from the Legacy Dinner are all showcased during the parade on a float. And it's really a good thing. A really good thing. Bob, more questions or comments for Christy? Anything to do with the chamber at all? Bob, let's just don't keep it the Legacy, okay?
I think they covered it all. I don't know.
So you're getting settled in, Christy, as the new executive
Yes,
director down
I
there?
am. I certainly am. I really am. There's lots to do, and just getting my feet wet, getting to know folks. I'm not attended any of the club meetings yet because I'm just still learning where everything is, where all the files are, and just there's a lot. So Francis did a great job keeping up with everything, and need to find out where everything was.
Yeah, well,
So,
Francis here and Dale Keith here and John are really
Yep.
still here in town. You got a lot of knowledge and experience there
I
to fall back
certainly
on
do.
as you get your feet wet as you get started.
I certainly do.
And so Christy Carter, the new executive director of Chamber of Commerce, now for, what is it, a couple of months now?
May 2nd.
May 2nd. Is that when you started?
No, excuse me, May 3rd, because I told
Okay.
you it was my mother's
That's
birthday.
right. May 3rd. Only been a
3rd.
month. Well, time flies, and then sometimes it just seems like you've been there longer than that. So it's only been a few weeks now.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good
I'm
thing.
a regular now on the show.
You're
so
a regular
I'm
on the
excited.
show. That's right. I guess maybe because you were in here earlier before you actually officially started, it seemed like.
Do I get a
couple-
nameplate up here?
Yeah, well, it may be you and Micah, but we got one of and then Jim, was in there. Oh, but Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Legacy Dinner coming up on July 14th, that Thursday. Presenting sponsor, gold sponsor, silver sponsorship available. Give the chamber a call at 427-2028 and talk to them about that. Go ahead and get your tickets in advance, $50 per person for chamber members, $75 for non-chamber members. And we do want to let folks know if they work for a business that is a chamber member, tell them the story, Jim.
If they do work for a business that's a chamber member, then they are chamber members.
Okay,
And so the cost would be $50
So
for those before. So
if you worked at the hospital or Rainier or any of the big
Right.
places around here, and then you're a member because they're members, or if he's in a medium-sized business.
right. And I would like to put in a plug there for membership. If the businesses out there, if there are businesses out there that are not members of the Chamber of Commerce, why not?
Why not?
Give us a call.
Why not?
Well,
Give us-
can I tag on to that right
Sure,
quick?
Christy, go ahead.
We are planning a membership orientation in August, and I think it's going to be August the 11th. It's on a Thursday at 8:30 in the morning, and then from a little meet and greet there from 8:30 to 9:30. So people 8:30 to 9, so folks can network, and then from 9 to 10 will be. Yeah, I've got a PowerPoint presentation to go through all the benefits for being a chamber member. Now, this is for chamber members and prospects. So if you're very curious about what the chamber does, a lot of folks join the chamber and they don't really know what it's all about. Well, I will explain the whole thing to you. So I encourage you to attend that. It's going to be August the 11th on a Thursday at 8:30, and the location's to be determined, but we'll be announcing that soon.
Okay, 8:30 in the morning?
Yes,
Okay.
8:30
Okay.
a.m., yes.
All right. Sounds good. I just could not imagine not being being a business owner here in Wayne County. I just could not imagine not being part of the chamber. Been very active for many years, and now my son's kind of doing it, and so it's just a good organization to be a part of.
Yes.
All right, Jim. Anything else on your plate? You're going to be back on Friday, aren't you?
We'll be back on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to talk
With my other hat.
Memorial. That's right. Your VFW hat on Friday.
Just to finish the appreciation dinner, I want to talk about that. That went well.
Oh, the luau, yes,
Yeah,
the
the luau.
luau went well. It was very well received, and Rainier did a great job. The food was fabulous. The decorations, the programming, everything went very well. And it was nice to meet Clay Buffet, their new operations manager.
Mm-hmm. It was really a great event, but I felt out of place. I put on my Hawaiian luau shirt and
No grass skirt. I didn't see you in a grass skirt.
You'd be glad I wasn't in a grass skirt. You want to see those white hairy legs. But I show up in the luau and show up in the Hawaiian shirt, and I was only about 3 or 4 of us there with Hawaiian shirts on. Of course, I understand because it's right after work. People are coming to, they're right after work, not going home and changing. So, but I was in the spirit. I was good. Had fun.
Thanks for being there.
All right, Christy, Jim, thanks for coming in. Jim, we'll see you on Friday.
Thank you. We'll see you Friday.
Have a great week. Make some money.
Nice. It's going to be a beautiful week. Sunny all week long. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. It's 8:22. More of the world famous Butch and Bob show in a minute.
Can you find it? Can you find it?
The Velocity Health and Fitness Big Dog Country Cash. One specially marked can is hidden in Wayne County, Georgia. If it is retrieved, it will be worth $1,055 from Velocity Health and Fitness and WIFO Big Dog Country. One clue describing the cash can location will be given every Monday through Friday during the contest. The daily clue will be read on the air at 7:10 a.m., 12:50 p.m., 3:03 p.m., and 5:50 p.m. Each Friday at 5 p.m. or shortly thereafter, the current week's clues will be posted online at velocityjessup.com and bigdogcountry.com. No purchase necessary. You must be 18 to claim the prize. Complete rules at velocityjessup.com and bigdogcountry.com. The Velocity Health and Fitness Big Dog Country Cash Pass.
Bob, I'm going to have to get me a sippy cup or something. Oh, have mercy knows. Yesterday, I put down a glass of milk and it spilled over. I had a glass of water later today, and I just knocked over my coffee and knocked some of it out. But, liquid and electronics do not mix very well. And I do have one of these things, cups here where it does close all the way up, but I happen to have it open right now because if I don't keep it open, the coffee will stay hot forever. Well, Bob, did you have a good weekend?
Great weekend. Had a good time. Got to go to Hannah's and Garrett's wedding. Had a blast.
Oh, where was that?
Great. It was at the church.
Church, okay.
Church. They had the reception out there at the Lewis Farm, so it was a great time. The band played. Had a great time.
Cool.
Great event. Had a great weekend.
Big old wedding, huh? All hit stuff.
Good time was had by all, I promise. It was great.
All right. Sounds good.
The graduation went well. Congratulations to Jason Martin. Everybody's talking about what a great job he did announcing those names as quickly as possible. The weatherman qualified.
Jason did it all, huh?
Everything was good.
He didn't pass the football off to someone else. He used to do that.
When people were talking about it, you go back to last Monday, the forecast just didn't look good. The fact that
60 to 75
they were to get it in without any, it was just nice to see. But the crowd was just overwhelming. I mean, it was a pile of people there. So it's good to see everybody show up for the graduation. It went well. Like I said, speeches were good by the valedictorian, salutatorian, so it was a good night. So
yeah.
And again, the report card pickup taking place tomorrow for the high school seniors, and then the 9th, 10th, 11th graders pick up their report cards on Wednesday from 1:30 to 3 in the commons area at the high school. So, and they stress that doors do not open until 1:30. We'll close promptly at 3. If you don't pick it up on Wednesday, the schoolhouse will be open on Thursday and Friday. But seniors pick their diplomas up tomorrow from 1:30 to 3 in the commons area at the high school. So keep that in mind. And election day is tomorrow. Looking forward to the big election.
Right. Got to get out there and vote tomorrow, folks.
Polls open at 7. Remain open until 7 p.m. We'll have all the election results tomorrow night here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. And John Carter does not have cancer.
Yeah, does not, folks.
That was a sad story this week. I ran into John's brother, James, and he said he was in a business downtown, and somebody approached him and said they really didn't want to ask him, but they wanted to know how bad John's cancer was. And he said, "What are you talking about?" And they talked about how it's on social media that John, but unfortunately, people can post anything they want on social media, and unfortunately, people believe it. But again, John Carter's in good health, and
he is in good health, folks.
He is reelected. He will be able to serve the full term. So.
Mm-hmm. And that's such a shame out there is the fact that folks can post stuff on Facebook that is not the truth. Sometimes they know it's not the truth. Sometimes they don't know it's not the truth, and they'll post it because, we've always said, something, you always hear the slogan, it sounds too good to be true, but you've never heard the slogan, Well, that sounds too bad to be true because people just absorb bad news. And
something like that is just sick. I mean,
it is. It really is. It really is for these faults.
Of all the people that do have cancer, what they're going through. Like I said, the Relay for Life is so well known in Wayne County. Everybody knows how important that event. So cancer is not something to joke about and not put out there.
Because you do kind of make a slap at all the folks who do have cancer when you say someone has one and they don't have it.
Out there, it's just sick. So then it's just unfortunate that you got to. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I know politics gets ugly, but that's about as ugly as I've seen it get. So.
Yeah, because you're not only hurting the person that you're saying has got it and they don't, but you're also hurting the folks who do have it and making light of it. So the sheriff is in good health. So folks, just be careful about that. I mean, I remember that TV commercial that time about, the girl that was going out with the so-called French model, and he shows up in this big overset heavy guy, with a fake French accent in a sense, and she said, well, it's got to be true. It was on social media.
It just reaffirms why I don't have social media.
I don't have it either, Bob. I hear so many problems.
I don't have time for that foolishness. So don't need it.
Only reason why I'd have it, be able to keep up with family, especially pictures of my grandyoungins. So maybe I'll put a assumed name on Facebook one day so I can just do that. But I do around my household and family members and friends, Facebook and other social media. Used correctly, they're great tools. But just like anything else in life, you got so many people out there that abuse it.
A lot of benefits. Like I said, my sister chooses to send pictures back and forth and things like that. Like I said, so keep in touch with people you don't see. So, but unfortunately, there's the bad side of it. And
it's a very bad side of social media.
This past weekend, we saw the ugly side of it. So just sad.
So verify facts, folks. Just because it is on social media does not necessarily mean it's the truth. And especially if it's rumors about people or certain situations or whatever. All right, talking about people in certain situations, Bob, we've got a message that comes here. You can always text us here on the Butch and Bob Show at 912-427-3711. It's our main business and studio line. Text enabled 912-427-3711. This must be related to the high school. How can one man, as the head coach, say what scholarship or money is given out to a player without going through a committee? Do you know how that's done? Why would it have to? I'm trying to understand what they're trying to say there, because if a college comes forth and says we'd like to give a scholarship to someone, nobody has to approve that scholarship. You just accept it if you want it, that the athlete wants that scholarship from that particular college, right? Wouldn't have to. It's not like a committee votes on it. It's the college contacts the coaching department at whatever high school it may be and say, hey, we'd like to give this particular senior full scholarship, partial scholarship, whatever the case may be. And if they accept it, then we'll come down and give it to them. But has scholarships ever been accepted for an athlete by committee at a school?
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of either. I'm trying to understand the context of their question there when it comes to scholarships that way. But so Wayne County, your high school right now, looking for that new head football coach and athletic director. Are we getting in some good names, Bob? Behind the scene news, you don't have to tell exactly who, but
there seems to be a lot of interest. Like I said, I have talked to Coach Lazard personally. He is interested in coming back, be a logical choice. But like I said, time frame is the big thing. People have contracts, things like that, so it'll have to be negotiated. But again, other people are interested as well. So I don't know. High school principal Bo Adams has all those names. Who's all line on that. So,
okay. And who was the coach you just mentioned? Tell us his background.
Matt Lazard. He was here a year ago. Like I said, he was the offense coordinator. He was there with us when we had the big run with Malik and
all the way to the Final Four. So it cheated out getting to the final game.
It seems like a smooth transition. He's familiar with the staff, familiar with the players, but like I said, all this stuff has to be negotiated. And of course, there's other people as well. So
there's lots of folks out, just not him, folks. There's lots of. We didn't say that was the coach. We just said he was one of the
high school principal Bo Adams is in charge of that search committee, and like I said, character is a big factor. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Okay. All right, Bob. I wish we had more time to talk.
Like I said, June 1st is deadline for application, so nothing will take place until, but they said they hope to have an announcement at the June board meeting, which will be early June.
All right. Well, Bob, have a good day. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty on Macon Street in downtown Jessup across from the Heritage Bank. by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by My Birch Ford in Blackshear. Good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO, 105.5 on your FM dial. The time now is 8:31. Let's check in the latest news from Fox News Radio.
Fox News Radio. I'm Dave Anthony. It would have been unthinkable back in the 60s, helping arm